Hi, micro cruisers. Today I'm going to be talking about the misconceptions of cruising to the Arctic. So, the thoughts that come to mind when thinking of the Arctic is probably cold, bare, and grey. Well, while the northernmost parts of the planet are cold, many of the other common beliefs about the region are quite far from the facts. So, misconception one is that no one lives in the Arctic. Not true. There are many areas with very few or no inhabitants, but still about 4 million people live in the Arctic. While the Arctic is about 3 times the size of Europe, Europe's population is 185 times greater. Um, and according to the National Snow and Ice Data Centre, the archaeologists and anthropologists believe that people have lived there for as long as 20,000 years. Misconception two, nothing grows there. The Arctic is actually home to a diverse population of plants. According to Beyond Penguins and Polar Bears from Ohio State University, more than 1,700 species of plants, including flowering plants, dwarf shrubs, herbs, grasses, mosses. From Greenland to Svalbard, you can find fields of blooming purple and yellow flowers and valleys of soft green grasses, as well as other low-lying plants. Misconception three, there is only one North Pole. Well, in fact, there are actually four. The geographic North Pole is 90 degrees north, lies in the central part of the Arctic Ocean, and is the point of intercrossing of all the meridians and time zones of our planet. Number two is the North Magnetic Pole. So this is the conventional point where the Earth's magnetic field is oriented to the planet's surface at a right angle. The position of this magnetic pole is not set, and it is not easy to localize because it's constantly moving in an elliptical trajectory. Say that 3 times fast. And it goes to the north-northwest trajectory. I can't even say it. The geomagnetic, the pole of the Earth's geomagnetic field that surrounds the Earth, it extends into space as the magnetosphere. So this is the center of the region, which is where the northern lights can be seen. Number four is the North Pole of inaccessibility. It is the most remote point of the Arctic. It is situated at as far from the main. It is situated on the 170th meridian of the eastern longitude, which is 600 from the geographical North Pole. Situated that far, it is considered most inaccessible. Misconception four, wildlife is limited. Polar bears are not the only animals roaming the Arctic. You've got reindeer, Arctic fox, seals, walruses, whales, seabirds as well can be found in this Arctic region. In Franz Josef Land, the nature reserve there, it's part of the Russian National Park. Polar bears, walruses, bowhead whales, and other Arctic wildlife can be spotted there anytime around the archipelago. Misconception five, there are no seasons. The Arctic is in the Northern Hemisphere and experiences spring-summer conditions from late May through to September. Temperatures can range from 4 degrees Celsius to as high as 70 Fahrenheit in the summer months in the north. It is important to note that the Arctic actually acts as a cooling system, so high air temperatures in the Arctic can lead to global climate shifts. Misconception six, it is the coldest place on Earth. Yes, it is very cold in the Arctic, but temperatures as low as -70°C or -94°C have been recorded in Arctic regions, but the coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth was in Antarctica, and so not in the north. In 2010, temperatures in East Antarctica were -94 degrees centigrade. Misconception seven, the scenery is repetitive. Well, yes, ice and snow sounds a bit boring, but fortunately, that's not the case when it comes to the viewing of the scenery. So icebergs take on these dramatic shapes on the multicolored horizon. The northern lights have these green and blue hues in the night sky. And the shades of blue of the sea are amazing. So traveling to the Arctic on a smaller vessel, such as the ones we have, also allows you to get up and close in the viewing of these narrow fjords and protected bays, many of which have beautiful green and stone-coloured coasts. On Champ Island, for example, in Franz Josef Land, they had this mysterious round stone balls. And when I say round stone balls, they are tall, high, tons and tons of these perfectly spherical balls, ranging from 1 meter to several meters in diameter. So that's a real highlight of Franz Josef Land, which is north of Russia. So that's all from me. Just a few misconceptions about cruising in the Arctic. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks again.